Hey guys, it's me, Bri, and welcome back to my channel, BriFre. So for those of you that are new here, my name is Brianna. I am a 23-year-old woman of God, medical laboratory scientist, CEO and founder of Akoya Industries and the Girls More Knowledge Book Club. This channel is for you guys to see how I'm conducting life and going for everything that I want, taking you guys along with me in hopes of inspiring you to do the same. This is season 2 and this is the first weekly vlog that I'm doing, y'all. So I'm going to go back to show you guys how much I've come from season 1, because it's a bit of a difference because I'm graduating this month. I graduated in December 2025, so now I'm just mainly focused on work and going straight head on into entrepreneurship, starting my writer's journey because I've gotten back into reading back in January. It inspired me to start writing my own book series, so I'm getting into that. I'm doing more research and everything, so you guys are going to see bits and pieces of that alongside what it's like to work in the laboratory. I'm now 1 year in. 2 years. This is my second year now of being ASCP certified medical laboratory scientist, and you guys are going to see what that looks like. My schedule is a bit hectic. I work about 60 to 70 hours a week, a lot of doubles. So you guys are going to see what that looks like, how I balance everything, and how I still, on top of working 2 full-time jobs and paying for my own apartment bills and everything, how I still manage to take the time to dedicate to what I want to do instead of just working for other people, you know, also investing in myself, because I'm not going to work past 30. That's the goal. And y'all going to see this. I'm not working past 30. That's not for me, at least for other people, you know. I'm going to be working for my own brand. So this week is going to be like a hectic week because I have my graduation photo shoots this week. I popped my tire, so I have to get a new tire. A lot's going on, so you guys are going to come along for the ride. Make sure you drop a like and a comment. Let me know what you guys are doing, your ages, what you're looking for, and what you want to see more from me, especially in this season, because there's going to be a lot of changes this season, guys. I've already done some traveling. I've done my first international travel to St. Martin, if you guys want to see that vlog. And I got a lot more traveling planned for this year. So you guys are going to see a lot, especially a lot of diversity. My goal for this season is to show more of the multifaceted side of myself. Last year was mainly just college, you know, working and just being extremely focused for me to get to this point. So now that we have passed the hurdle of college, I'm also going into post-grad. So I applied to a whole bunch of PhD programs. I got a scholarship to apply. I didn't get into any of the PhD programs for neuropsychology. That's what I'm trying to get into, my bachelor's in psychology. And right now I'm just applying to a whole bunch of master's programs. I haven't really felt like neuropsych may not be the one for me, because I've been working in the lab, I got used to being hands-on and everything. And don't get me wrong, neuropsychologists, they basically interview the patient and put them through a series of assessments to evaluate, their mental status, or how bad their brain injury is, or how it's affecting their memory, etc. And you know, that's all good and all, but I want to see the brain. Like, I want to see the brain, I want to touch the brain, I want to like actually participate in research that requires me to look at neurons and stuff like that. I took a neuroscience of cognition class 2 falls ago, and that class really opened up my eyes, and I really enjoyed learning about the brain. Like, it was so complex, and it's just, that organ alone has so much power that it really intrigued me, and to merge that with psychology was really good. So I just applied to a whole bunch of neuroscience and neuroengineering classes, because I've been liking to get hands-on and everything like that. So, I mean, master's programs, not classes, master's programs. So this summer, I'm also taking some prerequisites. I'm taking, because I took psychology, I didn't have to take like physics and hard math and stuff. I tried to avoid that as many classes as I could. Not because I'm bad at it, but because I genuinely hate math, and I hate thinking about math. And you know what I mean? Science is fine, but math I can't stand, but it's something I have to do. So I've signed up for some prerequisites at a community college this summer, because it's much cheaper and you get much more aid. So I applied for physics. I signed up for physics and calculus courses. So we're gonna be taking it this summer. I should have signed up for like a creative writing, because I'm trying to get improve my grammar. I've started writing on Substack. It's an app that you can use that's basically targeted more towards writers. You can write your own articles, you can create your own newsletters and everything on there, and just do whatever you want to write about. And I've been enjoying that, so I'm going to start getting, so far I've been writing like about 2 personal essays about what I think and stuff like that, but I want to get into like writing actual little fantasy excerpts, or, you know, because I want to write a book series that is centered around science fiction and fantasy. Those 2 categories, when I started reading, has really intrigued me. Also elements of like literary fiction, because literary fiction has a way of telling you lessons through a really different and creative story, instead of just being straight nonfiction. Nonfiction, unless it's something that's pertaining to my life that I'm interested in, I don't really gravitate towards it. I like to see a lesson within a creative way. So that's what I'm at right now, guys. We're gonna get into this gym and see how that goes. Drop a like, subscribe, and yeah, let's get into the gym. Y'all, every day for me is leg day, okay? I don't believe in staying in the gym all day as well. I like to start off with these dynamic stretching because I see a better pump and a better result for myself when I am stretching and moving at the same time. Like, I don't just bend over, touch my toes, put one arm behind your back, da-da-da. I like to get to moving while I'm doing the workout. So here you're going to see me doing the variations of those, like a little sped up. I don't spend too long stretching. Like, I do like 10-15 minutes, call it a day. I ain't here all day. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing. Just go rocking back and forth. There you go. Next, I do lunges. When I start off my workouts with lunges, I see, again, better results. Like, lunges is hard for me. So when I do that, it really wakes me up. It gets the blood pumping. You know, it wakes my legs up. You know what I'm saying? I feel a lot better when I do this. Deficit lunges, I just put a plate down, step on it, step back. You know what I'm saying? With a kettlebell. And I just go up progressively each week. Right now, I'm at like 35 pounds. Next, these crunches. I do 100 of these crunches, and, you know, you won't really be able to move for the next 3-4 days. And that's what I feel in my mind, even though I don't eat like I'm supposed to eat. But in my mind, that gives me the best results. Hello? So, yeah. I'm doing these crunches, you know, I do like 4 sets of 25 and take a break in between, but these aren't bad. Next, I do hyper extensions. Again, I'm trying to build my upper glute because my booty a little low and I like it to be up and I want to make a shelf. So thank you. I'm doing these hyper extensions. I do about like 4 sets of 8 and then the last set I go into a failure. These, you're going to feel it in your abs. You're going to feel it in the, what's that muscle underneath your butt? The little leg part underneath your butt right there. You'll see it like it's poking out a little bit. Yeah, right there. I feel them there. And yeah, these were exhaustion, no shade. And then this is the real exhaustion one. These hip thrusts on this little booty builder machine. You have to literally climb up and hang up, like in the sky a little bit. And that really takes me out. Luckily, they just got a new machine, so I ain't just like it gets the job done. But yeah, I do like 4 sets of that. Next is my favorite. I love leg extensions. I go stand it all the way out, and I try to slowly bring it down and try to like control the weight. I start off with like a light weight, and then you'll see here I go down for like 1 set, and then I go down into like a heavier weight. Normally I go to like 70, 80. I don't go too crazy. And then my camera died, but at the end of this, I get on the Stairmaster for about 15-20 minutes because that's all it's gonna get out of me. And then that's really a wrap. That's all I do, y'all. Hello guys, it is now midnight and I am at my overnight job. Now you may be asking yourself, Bree, your hair looks different, you know what I'm saying? Number one, what happened from the gym till now? Well, not only did my camera die while I was at the gym, it took forever to recharge. Number two, I was gonna dye my hair so I can have it prepped and ready for my appointment this Thursday for when I get my sewing done for my graduation shoot. But I called my sister, who's a cosmetologist, and I asked her, my hair is already blonde, so I just need to buy the color, right? She said, yeah. She didn't tell me that I need a developer. So I used 2 tubes of color on my head. I noticed it wasn't changed color. I was like, for a whole hour, she said, give it like 30 minutes. A whole hour went past. It still was kind of blonde, but I was like, maybe something doesn't happen when I go in the shower. I go in the shower and basically wash the color out. We're black blonde underneath this wig, y'all. By that time, it was like 7 o'clock. You know, I have to leave the house like around 10-ish. So I needed some sleep. So I just washed my hair, detangled, put it up. And if you know, that takes enough time on its own. So My hair is under plaits under here. I have this wig on. I threw it on and I came in on to work. I am in hematology tonight. Let's show you guys what my shift looks like. I've already came in and done QC. My coworker already threw away like the carts from yesterday, because if we're working overnight, like today is, when I came in, it was Monday. It is now Tuesday. So now it's a new day. So for last Tuesday, from last week's racks are all stored. So I have to throw out last Tuesday's racks to make space for this Tuesday's racks when the day is over with, right? So that's already done. I already done QC. QC is running quality control. So let me show you guys what that looks like. There's these little valves on board. And I'm running PT, QFA, which is fibrinogen, XA, D-dimer, and APT. These are tests that we run in coagulation, tracking the cascade, the coagulation cascade. I'm going to do a little clip in, probably like little cartoon version of what exactly that all means. But basically that's like your platelet test and everything. That's all done. I run QC to make sure that the test is running correctly, basically, and that everything is within how it's supposed to run. So we run these little valves. We come in for that. Behind us is the Sysmex machine. That's where we do all our CBCs, like to see a variety of things. I'm going to do a voiceover fully explaining this because my brain is not working right now. Right now I don't have a lot of samples. Like around this time to like 2 a.m., 3 a.m.-ish, you don't really have a whole bunch of samples. So right now I am just, I have my book. I'm reading Kindred by Octavia Butler, and I have my journal. And I'm just going to do that for tonight. And when I get some samples, I'll show you guys what everything is. All right. Bye. Alright guys, so this is the Sysmex analyzer. This is what we use to run important tests such as the CBC. This is a test that we use to look into your blood and do an investigation behind what's going on. So we look at your red blood cells, your white blood cells, and your platelets, and it tells us a picture of what's going on with you internally in your bloodstream. We also put body fluids on this machine as well, mainly just peritoneals and a variety of other ones. On here you're going to see me put a sample onto a rack and I load it onto the analyzer. It goes to the machine takes it in, it takes a piece of the blood or a little amount of the blood, and it runs different tests on them so we can get a picture of what's going on. Right here, this first one is where the CBC results come from, and then you're going to see it come out and go over to the other side, and it's going to get stained now. So in here, it's going to take in the sample, put it into this machine, and it's going to put it onto a slide and make a smear. Once it makes that smear, it then goes into this device called a DI, and I'm able to look at all the different cells here. Here I'm looking at the white blood cells first, and it puts them into categories they think that each cell is. I go in and put them in the correct category. So right here you see I have a couple of monocytes. Some of them look like bands. Monocytes are a type of white blood cell. There's I'm going to put up a picture up here. And these are all the different types of blood cells that we have. There are some earlier cells right here, like I see a couple myelos. This isn't necessarily like a huge red flag. If you see a lot of earlier cells, then something's going on within this person's bone marrow. But this is a pretty average. There are some left shift going on. There are some earlier cells, but mainly it's pretty average. They probably already know what's going on with this patient. Here you can see a little bit of their red blood cells. I didn't go into that category next. And you see this person is kind of hypo. There's a huge white circle in the middle of these red cells, and that's not normal. There could be an anemia going on. And so that's what I will just indicate over to the side, that these are hypochromic cells. The platelets are pretty average. That's not something that's so super alarming to me. But here I'm just going through and I'm making a thorough scan. Right here you can see a polychromatic cell. Those are those blue cells that you're seeing those there with some basophilic stippling. That's not normal. Those are earlier cells. So this person has a left shift going on. They're having some early white cells. They're not mature, and they're having some early red cells. I also run COVIDs during this shift. When I'm in hematology, I do hematology, I do coagulation, and I do COVIDs and blood gases. So right here, I have a COVID sample. I'm underneath the hood. I'm putting them into this little cartridge, and then I just load it into the machine. And it takes about 20 minutes before it gives me a result, and it automatically goes into Epic, which is our interface for results for the nurses and everything to see in their patient's chart. The next night, I was actually in chemistry. So we have the two alinity analyzers here, this overnight job that I have, and I normally get samples. I spin them in the centrifuge, and then I go in and just make sure that it's running correctly and everything. It will alarm me on my computer if there is a problem with the sample. I get a lot during the night. This is like a pretty mid volume. This night particularly wasn't that busy, so it wasn't that crazy. Here you can see all the different tests that's run on this machine. Chemistries, there's like hundreds of tests. This is just a few. I also run urines when I'm working in chemistry, and here you're going to see me take a sample of urine. I load it onto the cart, and I just put it onto this machine, and it runs the chemistries and the microscopic. So if there's like a problem, it'll alert me, but this is all the tests that it runs. Hi Hajar. Alright y'all, it is Wednesday night. I finished my shift, my evening shift, and I'm not going to my overnight shift tonight because I had to dye my hair. Now with developer, because I know I have to use developer, and I'm getting ready to wash this out. My hair appointment is at 6 a.m. tomorrow, so it was no point in me going in for my overnight shift for only a couple hours, you know, and I had the PTO, so I'm taking this time to dye my hair and get ready for my hair appointment at 6 a.m. for my shoots this weekend. So we got a lot of things planned, and yeah, I'm tired, y'all. I am utterly exhausted. Like utterly exhausted. I'm so tired, but you know, I'm not like, yeah, I'm gonna crash as soon as I wash this hair out, y'all. I'm not even gonna fake the funk. Like, I'm gonna crash, and then I have to get up at 6 a.m. Be back at work at 1, so hopefully the appointment isn't too long. Guys, I got my cap and gown. It finally came. It took weeks. I placed my order like weeks ago, but my cap and gown finally came. I was praying that this came in because for my photo shoot idea, I wanted to have me in the middle, like multiple me's, with my cap and gown on. I've been to community college. I've drove 5 hours a day for basically 3 years. So I'm really ready to get this degree, y'all, and see what next steps it has for me going into post-grad. I'm so excited. I'm kind of happy. am happy about my decision to switch from neuropsych to a master's in neuroscience and neuroengineering, because I feel like those are more up my alley and more towards me. I don't know. We'll see, guys. I'm patiently waiting to hear back for those 3 decisions from those schools, so we'll see. For right now, I'm gonna wash this out, y'all. I'm gonna fold out my hair tonight and get ready to do my appointment tomorrow. So y'all, if you are enjoying it so far, if you want to know more information about laboratory science, about post-grad, if you want a separate video on navigating that, drop a comment down below. Make sure you guys like this and subscribe so I know that you guys are liking this type of content, so I know to make more of it, you know. And let me know what more you guys want to see from me. I have a lot of ideas planned for this season 2. I want to come differently with just like not the typical weekly vlogs, you know. I'm gonna be more creative. I think the schedule I'm changing a bit. I'm gonna be posting like my main vlogs every Sunday, and then I'll do like an extra video throughout the week. So I'm excited to start that. Yeah, I'll see you guys early in the morning for my appointment to get my hair, and then we go back into a double shift. So see y'all. Alright guys, I am done, and I'm gonna show you guys Kira. Link on everything you have. Say your Instagram page, name, and what you do. Yeah.
My Instagram page is Masterpieces by Kira. My main page is Kira Rodriguez, and I do quick sew-ins, ponytails, if you guys want, or like any style really I do. I just don't do like lace right now, but everything else I do.
Yes guys, and she ate down. So y'all come see Kira. I'm gonna link everything down below. Alright guys, I had to change while I was in the car to get ready for work, but I feel like a new woman, y'all. Like, I love this hair. I always do my own braids and twists and stuff, and I've never like gotten my hair done since like middle school, and this is my first ever sew-in. I love every second of it. It's rare to find someone that like provides their hair, genuinely cares about your hair, and isn't in it just for a check. So I'm very happy with this. I'm so happy to finally have my hair done, y'all, and not be throwing on wigs and stuff. I'm very happy with this. I'm going in to work my evening shift, and I have work overnight, so I'm working a double today, but I'm off tomorrow. So I got some things planned for tomorrow, guys. I have to be decorating my graduation cap. I have some things in mind, so we're gonna see that tomorrow. But right now, I feel good. You know what I'm saying? I haven't ate yet, and I'm really gonna have to wait till like my lunch break. But I'm really happy. I'll probably grab a snack from like the cafe or whatever to hold me over till lunch. But y'all, I'm so happy with this. Drop a comment down below, let me know how y'all think, what y'all think. Like, I was going for like the bombshell situation, and she ate with the curls, y'all. My graduation isn't, my photo shoots are this weekend, but I can recurl and everything myself. My graduation isn't until next week, so hopefully this holds up from that. And then I'm going to China straight after graduation, so hopefully, you know, this holds up. We're gonna really put it to the test, that it lasts me through all that. But y'all, I'm very happy. I'm very satisfied. I feel like a new woman. Like, if I wasn't working, I would be running errands right now. I'm just doing stuff just to do it. That's how good I feel. I'm very happy to have it done. It just, you feel like a new woman when your hair is done. Like, I feel like I could conquer the world. I really feel like the world is my oyster. I ain't gotta worry about my head. I still have to put this up or whatever, because I work in the lab, but I'm very happy. I'm very satisfied, guys. I'm ready to get these 2 shifts over with. I'll be back home at 7 a.m. What? Oh my God. Why didn't he get, yeah, I'm rushing to get into work, so I'll see you guys when I'm in the lab. All right, guys, it is now almost 7 a.m. I finished my shift. I just survived 24 hours. Well, a little over 24 hours, because I got up at 4 a.m. yesterday to get my hair done. So I got up at 4 a.m. Got my hair done. Went straight to work, as y'all saw. Worked 1 to 9:30. Went straight to my overnight job. And worked 11 to 7 a.m. So your girl is pooped. But I can't go straight to sleep, because I'm gonna shower and take a little cat nap, because I have to go to the tire shop today, because my tire popped on my car, and I'm in my mother's car. So I have to go and get my car towed from my house to the tire shop, get a new tire, and then we can crash. So hopefully they're quick about it at the tire shop, because I set this appointment earlier this week on like Sunday. Last week. I set this appointment for last week. So hopefully they're quick about it. Today I want to get my graduation cap decorated and everything, because my first shoot, my outdoor shoot, is tomorrow. And I want to have my cap already decorated and everything for then, since that came in the mail. So yes, guys, we're still a little bit busy, so I am so exhausted, y'all. It's like that when you're working overnight shifts, it's like that 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. crash moment that you always have, and it's no joke, y'all. Like, I'm like really tired, but I'm gonna get this done. I'll see you guys probably at the tire shop. Whew. Hi guys, it is now, what is it? It is now 9 p.m. after being up for 30 plus hours straight because of having to go get my tire and everything. After being up from 6 a.m. to at least 7 a.m. working and get my hair done, I am finally up. I don't know who I thought I was gonna get something done, because even when I woke up I had like dizzy spells. Like, my body was so tired, and I haven't ate anything all day, so I just placed the order to go pick something up. Y'all, this sleep felt good. I'm gonna eat something and then get back up, but right now I was just reading a little something on my book page, the Girls Want Knowledge TikTok page. One of the creators, who is an author, wrote this book called Counter. I have it on Kindle. He gave me the free version for Kindle, and I literally just opened it because I just got up and thought about it. Well, I'm gonna read it from his review that I saw on TikTok. I'm gonna put it here. He was very polite, very kind, and he gave me a free version of the book to read and review, so I'm gonna get into that. I just finished Kindred yesterday when I was at my evening job. Also another 10 out of 10. Well, I wouldn't say like, also it's like I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. It was wrote in like, I think the book came out in the 70s. Kendrick by Octavia Butler. It was about a girl that was in the 70s. She's married to a white man, and her ancestor, who happened to be a slave master of her great 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 grandmother, he keeps getting into trouble, and for some reason she keeps getting sent back to the past to save him. Every single time he does, he almost dies, because if he dies, then she won't exist. So he's getting sent back to save him. It doesn't go into great detail on why or what, or even like the time traveling itself. And it was like a lot of things that happened I felt like would have altered her time period, but it didn't really. It was like a good intro to sci-fi type thing, like it was a good story. It was a good premise. It has a good prose. You know what I mean? The lesson in it was really good. And also just to see and to think of like being born in the future and to go back to those times and be back as a slave and being treated as a slave and stuff was really eye-opening. I thought it was a pretty good book. I finished it in like 2 days, so obviously it wasn't bad at all. So I'm excited to get into Counter and start reviewing this. I don't know what my next physical is going to be. I was thinking about going ahead and starting either Babel or Jade City. Babel's in my bag. But I'm slowly but surely getting down my TBR, y'all. Like, look, I have room to move it now. So we're knocking out this TBR. I think I maybe finish half of that top shelf by the end of the month. That's my goal. So we'll see if I can do that. Tomorrow I may have to start I may go ahead and start decorating my graduation cap and everything. So got a lot of things planned, guys. My photo shoots are Sunday and Monday. This vlog is going up on Sunday, so you may see like some of the behind the scenes. Yeah, next week. But yeah, guys, I graduate next weekend. That's so crazy to me. A large Frosty.
We have the following options. Which one would you like?
Vanilla Frosty.
Would you like anything else?
No, thank you. No, thank you. Y'all know how I felt about that. We already live in a world where we got AI cashiers. Yo, that's crazy. I ain't mad about it. At least you know they heard your order. So ain't no excuse. But whoa, y'all, that's crazy. We have AI cashiers. Y'all, fast food restaurants, they already have that? That is wild. I don't know how I feel. Long as they ain't touching the food, girl. I don't. Wow. But there you have it. The next day, I got my lashes done with @ShopGoddessBeauty on Instagram. I went for a classic set, and I got an eyebrow lamination done. It was done pretty quickly. I got everything done. She always comes through and delivers every single time. I prefer this way because threading breaks me out. Waxing definitely breaks me out. So this was a good alternative, just to get them straighter. And I wanted them more fuller as well. Alright guys, it is Sunday, and I'm going to end this vlog here because I want all my graduation stuff to be in one vlog for next week's vlog. So thank you guys for tuning in. Drop a comment and let me know what else you guys want to know as far as lab science goes or entrepreneurship. I didn't really get much about Koya in this week because, as y'all saw, this week was back to back to back. So every day was back to back to back. But hopefully next week, between the drama and graduation, I'll be able to get something done because the following week I go to China. So it's very imperative that I get what I done. So next week is gonna be grind time. Thank you guys for locking in.
Let me know what else you guys want to see. Let me know how you enjoyed this vlog. I'm gonna try a new editing style in this vlog, so let me know how y'all feel about that. But this is me, it's Bree. Continue to pursue all attainable visions, because every vision that you have is attainable. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.